Good morning. Hi, everyone. I want to thank you for joining us for Facebook Marketing Madness today with Kyle and Crystal from the Victoria Advocate at M. Roberts Digital. I am Jean Smith. I'm the training coordinator at the University of Houston Victoria Small Business Development Center. And I'm just going to run through a couple of things to make today's webinar run smooth. And while I'm doing that, if you would go ahead and put in the question box your first name, the type of business that you have. If you want to promote your business, you certainly can put your business name, but just your first name and the kind of business. That really helps us make sure that we are providing information that you and your business need. So today's webinar is being recorded. You all will send an email from me with a link to the recording so that you can watch it again. These webinars are just jam-packed with information. I know I end up watching it again and learning new things. We do have mics muted and webcam should be turned off. Those things can make the session lag for you, and we don't want that to happen. We will make it so that you can unmute yourself when you have a question for Crystal or Kyle. Up at the top of your viewer screen, though, you should see something that says screenshot. What that does is that enables you to take a screenshot of what's showing on that viewer screen right then and there. It'll save it as an image file to your desktop. So it's really better than taking notes, because sometimes it's what's on the screen that I want to capture. So we just want to pass along that little tidbit for you. You can go ahead and take a screenshot anytime you like. The University of Houston Victoria Small Business Development Center is a business advising and training center, and we serve 11 counties in South Texas. We are part of the Southwest Border SBDC network and a resource partner of the Small Business Administration. We are funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the SBA as well as the state of Texas. Our programs are non-discriminatory and available to all. We are not the SBA, we are a partner with the SBA. We offer confidential, one-on-one, no-cost professional business advising services to small business owners and entrepreneurs throughout South Texas. We assist through every stage of the business life cycle, whether you're just in the thinking stage, you're ready to start, you're expanding, you're growing, or you're ready to exit. Our business advisors do not provide legal or tax advice. To protect the health and safety of our clients and employees, we provide our services virtually. We are conducting those sessions by phone, email, Zoom, Skype, GoToMeeting. You just name the digital platform and we can use it. In addition, we do offer a variety of training programs just like today's webinar, and I've put some information out there on where you can see our schedule. For attending today, you will receive a complimentary email copy of our newsletter. There's no obligation. You can unsubscribe at any time. When we end today's session, a window will appear with a survey link and we ask that you complete that survey. Let us know how we did. Your input really drives what our training program looks like. Today, we have with us Crystal Lindsay and Kyle Motoff from the Victoria Advocate at M. Roberts Media. Crystal is a digital marketing consultant, public speaker, author. Yes, you can find her book on Amazon, former college professor and entrepreneur. Crystal helps people grow their businesses via digital marketing. She presents top marketing tips for busy marketing professionals and entrepreneurs for M. Roberts Digital through the Victoria Advocate. She is committed to giving you her best tips and tricks on how to use digital marketing for an incredible return on investment. Kyle is a Victoria native, outdoorsman, dynamic presenter, and digital marketing assistant for M. Roberts Digital at the Victoria Advocate. I think I've heard him referred to as the digital quarterback. He is passionate about understanding and listening to your needs to help grow your business. I'd like to thank everybody for going ahead and putting their first name and their type of business in the question box, and that's how you can ask questions for Kyle and for Crystal throughout our session. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kyle and Crystal.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. I am so excited. As Ms. Jean said, Kyle and I work together and we help businesses just like you every single day be able to get seen on social media. And the reality is, while even before COVID, 1 out of 5 minutes was on the internet was spent on Facebook. Like, really let that sink in. But now, because of COVID, it's spiked up over even 200% on certain days. People are spending a lot of time on social media. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're just looking to get started and want to break through, this series is for you. This is the third of a 4-part series. If you're just jumping in today, you're still in luck. We'll have plenty for you. But make sure you watch all 4 in the series to be able to get your maximum impact for your business. If you're just starting out, we're whole process. And if you're a seasoned marketing professional, you want to level up your marketing game, you're in the right place as well. So you're going to get a tremendous amount out of this. As Ms. Jean said, my name is Crystal Lindsay. In a former life, I had my own social media firm for about 7 years. And so these tips are all my way of pouring into the Victoria community, the entire Crossroads, to get these best tips in your hands so you can grow your business. So with that, Kyle, are you excited to be here?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm so excited y'all can join us. We have a lot to cover, and really y'all are gonna get some great nuggets out of this. So we're excited. And my name's Kyle Motal, digital marketing quarterback here at the Victoria Advocate. And so yes, we're excited for y'all to join us. And Crystal and I are so passionate about 2 things, and that's people and business. And we want to help you and for you to grow your business.
Absolutely. And so when we talk with businesses, whether it's, Fortune 500s or mom and pops or owner operator or even real estate agents, we often get the same questions, right? And so that's what today's training about, is really helping you create content that gets seen online. We've been talking a lot about how to create authentic content, how to understand your client. But today, Kyle, didn't we go through a step further and actually systemize the process of understanding the client? So you're in for a treat. We're going to walk you through that. But first, when you think about understanding your client, which is the first of three cornerstones of this training, and when you think about understanding your client, what's the one thing? Make it easy, Kyle. What's the one thing people need to know?
Yeah, first off, we talked about this during the first webinar, but that's the textable standard. And this is understanding your ideal client. And if you were to text something to your client, would that be spam or would that be valuable? Of course it'd be valuable. And so think of it the same way when you post on Facebook or any social media. You want it to be valuable content, and that'll keep it sticking.
Yeah, and Kyle, you hope somebody would text their family something valuable. I mean, we've all been on the other end of something that's just spam or clickbait or whatever it is. And you know how that feels. You don't want to be that person, but just know that if you have a photo of something, or you're going to share an article or do a Facebook Live or promote something or interview somebody or make a graphic, if you text that to your ideal client, if they would enjoy that, post it on social media. If they think that would be spam or kind of clickbaity, don't post it. So if you got nothing else, that is the number 1 tip for today. We're going to give you so much more, but that's the cornerstone, is think like your client. Learn to think like your client. So Kyle, walk us through the way we've gamified how to understand your client, how you can think like your client.
Yes, so understanding the ideal client. So go ahead, get some pen and paper out, because this is going to be interactive. We want y'all to just really take a lot out of it. So pick a previous client that you want 10 more just like, right? That client that comes around
Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm setting a timer. 60 seconds. Go for it, Kyle.
Yes, so write down what your ideal client cares about. Write down those questions that they are continually asking you for advice on. What do they really care about? So that is step 1.
And right here, this is what we're talking about, right? So we got about 45 seconds. Do exactly what he just said. What do they care about? So what they care about is either going to be their goals or their challenges, right? So right now, you got 30 seconds. Write down the name of the client you want 10 more dislike, and write down at least one was their top goal. What was their goal when they met you? And then write down their top challenge. What caused them to not reach their goal? So do that, at least one right now, one challenge and one goal when they first met you. You got 20 seconds here, Kyle.
Yes, this is step 1. This is so important, and understanding what your client is going through and why they came to you, right? And so what was that first question that they asked? So write down what your ideal client cares about. So once you got that written down, that's step 1.
Awesome. Well, we're at 60 seconds. So hopefully you took the time to do it. You're not here to watch TV. You're here to take your business to the next level. So don't just watch us, apply what we're teaching you so that you can take this and integrate it to your business. We want to see you be successful. So hopefully at this point you've written down the name of your ideal client. You wrote down at least one goal, at least one challenge. All right. You're already ahead of 75, 80% of businesses out there. Okay. That's step one. That if you did that and you did nothing else we're about to tell you, you have a 25% likelihood of getting seen on social media. Okay, 25% chance that somebody, your ideal client, would see that post. How can we make it 50%, Kyle?
Yes, so step two, definitely. This is always considered that textable standard. Creating that post, that authentic content that that ideal client is thinking about.
So I think that's kind of when you filter what you wrote down, right? So ideally you pulled from, again, in order to get 25% chance of getting seen, you had to pull something down that your client cared about. Then you put it in the words. It's similar to what you would text them. Put it with an image that they would find interesting on a text. If you did that process, you are 50% likely of getting seen on social media. Okay, Kyle, let's step it up. I know we've got some overachievers in the house. They want to be passing the class. So how do we get a 75?
Oh yeah, so once you check that second box, you're already 50% likelihood of getting your post seen. So moving it on, what will get comments? Right, so this is a post, this could be a post of a picture, a video, live video, a question in the post, anything to drive those comments and drive those shares.
You know, I've seen a lot of businesses be successful by doing something silly, or if you're a serious brand, then you can even do statistics that are startling statistics. Anything that would be a resource and catch their eye, anything that would stand out. I know in our last workshop, we talked about looking at your social media role models and competitors. What are they doing that's getting comments? Do something and put a puppy dog or a rooster in the photo. I don't care, but put an animal or emojis. Do something. So now you know who you're talking to, your ideal client. You know what they care about. You picked one of those topics to write a post. You wrote it as if you're going to text them, found an image that would be interesting, and then thought critically, what can I do to get comments? And did something that will increase comments. Right there, you've checked 3 out of 4 boxes, which means you are 75% likely to get your post seen. But the last 25% really makes all the difference. It goes from barely passing the class to getting 100% A+. So Kyle, what is that most important piece that is the icing on the cake that gets someone 100%?
Yeah, so that's definitely warming up your post, and that's boosting. That's putting it in front of your audience that already like your page. These are the people who already know, like, and trust you, and so you are warming up your post to those people.
This is so good because I've said the statistic and I'll say it again. Right now on Facebook, I'm going to say it real slow for you, okay? On Facebook, if you do not boost your post and you're just putting it out there and just putting something on your page, you're not getting any likes, that is hurting your relevancy score. That means it's going to cost you more to market to get less. You have to do something to be able to jumpstart and make you a influencer, make it so you have sticky content. So how do you do that? You have to put money behind it. If you have a Facebook page and you're posting, you need to put at least $1 for one day of a boost behind every single post. So again, I can't emphasize that enough. Now, but there are some best practices we've been talking about through this webinar series. And the one we really started honing in on for the last workshop was how to warm up your post. Because if you don't boost it at all, only 1% of the people who like your page will see it. So simple math here, if you have 1,000 people who have liked your page, you're going to see 10 people who might see your post, and you probably want more than 10 people to see your post. So what you need to do is then boost it, but boost it to who? That's what we're talking about when we say warm up your post. So we talked about people who like your page is the most cost-effective way to boost. However, if you haven't been active on your page, then you're not considered sticky content, then you're not going to get anything for the people like your page. You have to warm up your page by warming up your posts by boosting to a custom audience. And we went in really, really deep on the last webinar about what is a custom audience. But I'm going to lay the framework down and pass it back to Kyle to kind of fine tune and finesse what I'm saying here. But I want you, if you're sitting here saying, I want to warm up my posts so that I can get seen on Facebook, I want 100%. I want to know my content is making a difference. This is what you need to do. 1, you need to set up your Facebook ads manager. Write it down. If you have not set up your Facebook ads manager, then you will not be able to do this step. But if you set up your Facebook ads manager, then you can go in and set up a custom audience where you upload an Excel or CSV file into your ads manager. Now, what are the items you're going to upload for that custom audience? Emails. If you have the emails, you can actually upload people who already have exchanged emails with you, or connected with you on LinkedIn or in your CRM, whatever it is. You can upload those exact people who know, like, and trust you into Facebook and market them directly on Facebook. So again, step 1, set up your Facebook ads manager. Step 2, connect that to your Facebook page. Step 3, set up a custom audience by uploading your email list. So Kyle, I'm going to pause there because I just like data dumped a whole bunch. Help me translate that so we can really help them understand what is warm up your post.
Yes, that's so good, Crystal. Okay, so recap. Like we said, the best way to boost your post and to boost your post too is the people who already like your Facebook page. And so that's one audience. The second audience is you can actually upload your CRM database of emails from LinkedIn or Gmail or a Constant Contact, however it is, through Facebook Ads Manager, and you can boost your post to those specific people. This is a great way to get more followers on your Facebook page, because those are the people who already know, like, and trust you. And so, and then once you warm up that post through that audience, then you can go after a cold saved audience through demographic targeting.
Exactly. And I put cold on there. That's my word. It's called a saved audience in Facebook. But I said cold to really emphasize these people don't know, like, and trust you. They live in a zip code. They have a certain income. You know, they like your, you know, your, if you're a gun shop, you know, they like that, you know, they post about guns. I don't know. Okay. If you have high-end men's retail, they like high-end men's retail in their post. So they have similar interests, right? So those are important people to go after if you're looking to grow your business, but split the post in half. And our recommendation is $15 for 5 days. So do 3 days of that at $10 to your custom audience for your cold list, and then do the remaining 2 for $5 to a cold custom saved audience, a cold saved audience. So hopefully that's making sense. I can't emphasize enough that this is the secret sauce. If you're just getting started and you don't really understand boosting at all, then just start by boosting to people who like your page and their friends, and that'll get you started. But very quickly, I want you to set up that Facebook Ads Manager and set up that custom audience. You will see your results get a 0 behind whatever you're getting with the people who like your page or cold audience, at least. All right, anything on this before we move forward, Kyle?
Sounds great.
All right, so just to recap here, you're going to write down your ideal client, but you want 10 more just like a real person, not a fake person, a real person. Then I want you to write down at least 1 or 2 things that they cared about, concerns, goals, challenges, write those down. Then before you write a post, I want you to look at one of those, pull one of those out, write a text about it as if you're going to text them, and then do something that's going to get comments, and then boost it to the people who already know, like, and trust you. Whew, that's a lot. All right. So Kyle, I say we slow it down a minute and we give them a couple of examples of what it means to create comments or content that gets more comments, okay? And so most people think, okay, startling statistic, I could be funny, I could put a dog in it, I could, you know, do a live video, but I don't know, what else do you got? Why don't you walk them through a few examples that the name brands are doing?
Yeah, so creating authentic content, that's definitely the core of a great post. And as you can tell here on the slideshow, the post on the right, that's Happy Mother's Day, and it has the hand-drawn picture. That one actually got more engagement than the produced photo on the left. So definitely this is, you know, you can create a video on your phone, take pictures through portrait mode on your phone, and creating that content will just make people feel like you're human and you connect with them better.
Wait, you're supposed to be human and social on social media? I'm trying to sell something, Kyle.
100%, right? Absolutely. But creating that authentic content, Crystal, yes.
Yes. Being human is how you sell stuff, folks. So for the people out there thinking, I don't want to do hand-drawn photos of, from children of a house. I'm a real estate agent. I'm trying to sell a house in this big, beautiful listing. No, have your kid, your 6-year-old kid, draw you the best house they could, put that on social, and I guarantee you're going to get a ton of comments and likes compared to if you put a stock photo of a big, beautiful home you're selling. So, okay, let's show another example. I don't know why. I love pulling Kim Kardashian into my webinars here. So, and this one, it's our beloved Kim Kardashian tweeting about some new body shimmer. And the bottom one, we have Rihanna, who also tweeted about some type of, was this Fenty Skin, some type of skin cream. Kim Kardashian got 3.3 likes on Twitter, and Rihanna got 96.8. Now, Kyle, what makes you think that Rihanna was more human and authentic and got more comments in this post than Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, she used some definitely great keywords here, and she's trying her best to be humble about it all, and she, definitely wants to promote the product, but it's just more of a real authentic saying in her post. And you look at Kim's, it seems more salesy in a way.
Oh, way more, yeah. I mean, Rihanna's being kind of vulnerable and humble and, kind of cutesy with it. And Kim Kardashian is just, writing it like it's off a brochure or catalog, right? So it sounds definitely her social media intern wrote that or whoever. And Rihanna feels like she wrote it herself. I don't know if she did, right? But that's an example. Here's another one. This showcases the move of people, companies who are using stock photos, as you can see up top, of paid models, and now they're using actual photos of their clients. So we showed this in a previous workshop, but it really does give you some ideas on how you can generate some comments. So if you have a product or service, why not do a photo contest for your audience and give something away, $50 gift card, come on folks, and say, we're gonna give away a $50 Visa gift card for the person who submits the best photo using our product or service, and you'll get a ton of content for your social. What do you think about this one, Kyle?
Yeah, Crystal, that's such a good idea. And having, actual consumers, the people who buy your products, and reaching out to them, and yes, send me pictures, send me videos of our product in action, and then send us a quick testimonial of how it's helped you.
Yep. And then send them, do something special for them. I mean, this is another example of, you can see this one more than, 20-fold outperform this one. And it's because they have a real consumer. It's not a computer generated, proof where you're kind of wondering. And I think everybody gets a little skeptical. They're like, yeah, is it really that cool? But no, it's really that cool. Look at the matting. So anyways, this is just another example of being really authentic. So Kyle, I know we've been talking about showing examples of posts. We're talking about understanding the client, having that clear messaging to that specific client, the textable standard, all of this. And this is absolutely essential to get people to engage with you on social media. This is how you get seen. But what's the added benefit of this strategy?
Yes, so you're cultivating those people who already know, like, and trust you, who are familiar with your brand. And, think of Facebook as your business lobby. Think of the people who are scrolling through their feed and looking at your products or services, and this is your lobby. So only 3% of those people are ready to buy now. And so you have to warm up that lobby, because the other 97%, they may be ready in the next 6 months. So keeping your brand and product and service top of their mind when they're ready is so essential.
I'm serious, folks. Listen exactly to what Kyle said. That was so well said. Thank you, Kyle. Just know that you need to do something to keep your clients warm. Exactly what Kyle said. So beyond Facebook, you need to have a system in place that when you get a lead and that 90% of them aren't looking for anything right now in the next 6 months or until 6 months, but they're interested in you. You need to have something, a CRM, an email drip campaign, a chat bot, a text bot, you calling, whatever the system is, Christmas cards, whatever it is, but you need to stay in front of this client continuously for 6 months studies show to be able to convert. So why not do exactly what Kyle just said and use social media to keep them warm? So while you're building your relevancy score and helping lower your cost of marketing on Facebook, you're also getting clients by keeping your existing potential clients warm. I mean, come on, folks. Look, you can stop the webinar right now and already be able to move forward. But that's kind of like the way we've designed this training is that first part of understand your client is kind of a summary of all the best of the things we've been talking about in these first 3 workshops. So if you've attended all 3 workshops, you might be thinking, yeah, so what? I want something new. So this is for you, folks. This is when and where to post, and then we're bringing it home to lead generation. So Kyle, walk us through how to, we talk about when and where to post. What's the first step, to select your social channel? How do you do that? How do you select your social channel?
Absolutely, and I understand. I know there's a lot of social channels where you can just get overwhelmed with where am I exactly going to post, on these different channels. But in reality, Facebook is the largest demographic reach. More than ever during the pandemic, people are on Facebook, sometimes 200% in one day. And so, you got Facebook and even YouTube. Google owns YouTube, so it is actually the 2nd largest search engine in the world.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. I mean, so again, for most clients who don't have a big social presence, they're not on Insta and Snap and Twitter and, all this stuff, and they don't have the bandwidth to be honestly, nor desire. If you're generally on Facebook and YouTube, that's a really good platform to reach pretty much any demographic. But if you tell me you want to get in front of people who are under 35 years old, then Instagram is going to be your go-to channel. 80% of the people on Instagram are under 35. Whereas on Twitter, while you do have, my 17-year-old daughter uses Twitter, you do have the youth who are going to be on Twitter. But that also has the highest level of education than any other channel. So it's indexed by Google and you can get in front of really affluent people. So if you're telling me you want to win the SEO game and get recommended by Google, Twitter is a really great addition. If you're telling me you want millennials and people under 35, Instagram would be the way to go. And then other than that, I would say, Facebook is your core channel and YouTube is your next step up, where any videos you do on Facebook, you pull down and upload to YouTube. I can't emphasize enough, Kyle, what's the #1 search engine?
Google.
And who's the #2 search engine?
YouTube.
And who owns YouTube?
Google.
So it's like, folks, think about it. If you just take a video from Facebook, download it, very easy, 2 clicks, okay? And then you upload it to YouTube, and you don't even write a fancy description on it and do meta tags and all this other fancy stuff. You just upload it. The words coming out of your mouth that are on YouTube are then indexed into the #1 and #2 search engine in the world. Folks, you're missing it out if you're not using YouTube, and long form video is where it's at. So if you've got anything over a couple of minutes, YouTube.
Hey, Crystal, I want to take a step back for a second. Let's, selecting that social channel. This goes back to what we talked about earlier, writing down that ideal client, the person you have 10 more just like, and think about what channel they're on. Think about where they're looking for their content. Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram, YouTube? And pick that channel to really exercise your content on.
I can't emphasize that enough. Thank you, Kyle. And again, we're not saying you need to be on all of these channels. That is not what I'm saying. And in fact, especially if you're not on all these channels right now, just pick one and be an inch wide and a mile deep. Master it, and then layer on one more channel. So again, exactly what Kyle said. Think like your client. What channel are they on? Pick it right now. Write it down. What is your ideal channel? Because you're going to be looking at times to post. So please write down your channel before we move forward. All right, 10 seconds. I feel like some Jeopardy music is brewing.
Okay, well, while they're writing that down, we do have a question for you. Back on your audiences, who do you recommend spending more on, that warm audience or that cold audience?
Well, I would say that's definitely a business decision. So if you're telling me that your #1 goal is to push sales and foot traffic and generate revenue, maybe you're hurting because of COVID or you've redefined your business model or whatever it is, I would say in all of those situations, I would do a 70-30 or 80-20 split and go after your existing audience and then a new cold audience. Because again, these people are more likely to contribute and buy right now. So if you need a shot of sales in the arm for your business, this is right here, at least 80% of your budget. Now, if you tell me it's more of a long-term game and you're looking to be able to increase brand awareness in the community or start to generate interest in your competitors' market share, or you're going to do a mailing to this area, or whatever, you have a billboard there, I don't know. If there's some other reason why this specific neighborhood is really important to you as a business, or you're playing the long-term game for sales, then it could be 80-20, where you start with a 20% warm up and finish with 80% cold audience. Really good question. All right, any other questions? I love questions.
Yep, we have one more. And
All right,
the
let's do it.
question is LinkedIn considered a channel?
Yes.
This person has an audience that's typically 50 plus and is mostly professional. They're not on Instagram or Twitter, and they don't really look at YouTube.
I would challenge the idea they don't look at YouTube, but I hear you. What I would say is I took LinkedIn off to put YouTube on, and it broke my heart because one of my favorite channels is LinkedIn personally. So I hear it. Yes, LinkedIn is absolutely a channel. They just launched a live video component about a year and a half ago. So getting on that and using that, I'm sure you'll get preferential treatment and get promoted. If you're good on video, do a live video on LinkedIn. You have the most amount of millionaires on LinkedIn. So while Twitter is your most educated, a millionaire is more likely to be on LinkedIn. So the higher, professionals, higher income earners are generally always on LinkedIn. If you're looking to leverage your existing audience, you can do what's called a full article. And when you post the full article on LinkedIn, it then gets everybody in your circle, all your connections, actually get notified in their updates, and then you put it in the news feed. So it's a big push that will really help you grow your audience. So I absolutely love LinkedIn. It is absolutely a viable channel. That would be the channel I would focus on for you, it sounds like, as well. Thank you for that. Now let's see, yes, I have LinkedIn on here too. So let's go ahead and jump into this, Kyle, and I'm gonna kick it off with LinkedIn since we were just talking about LinkedIn, and then let's walk through a couple more here. So with LinkedIn, these are the best times to post on social media, and this is COVID specific data. So since COVID, some of the best times to post have shifted. It used to be 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. for LinkedIn, go figure. They were at work. And now LinkedIn actually has shifted to Wednesday at 2 p.m., Thursday at 9 a.m., and Friday at 11. So if you're looking at a LinkedIn strategy to get in front of affluent professionals, you would want to post at these times. Go ahead, Kyle, share another one for us.
Yes, so let's go back to Facebook here. And Facebook is definitely important because that's the largest demographic reach. And, 11 a.m., across the board is basically the best time to post here on Facebook. It could be because people are ready to go to lunch, and so they're looking at Facebook to maybe find the next place they're gonna eat lunch at, right, Crystal?
They're not looking at lunch. They're looking at their friends' baby photos. Come on. Maybe that's just my Facebook. No, it's exactly what Kyle said. So it used to be 11 and 4. So the more people were at work, the more they were on Facebook, apparently, right before they went to lunch and right before they went home. And now that shifted to 11 a.m. I think that's because hours have flexed or something. But Thursday is the best day and where people are most likely to give you a thumbs up on Facebook. And Thursday at 11 is the best day to post. And specifically, if you boost it, like we said, for $15 for 5 days, it'll run from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And there's a spike in social media over the weekend. So the best time to post, if you only were doing one a week for Facebook, would be Thursday at 11 a.m. and then put that $5 boost on. Awesome. For Instagram here, you can see it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday at 11. For Twitter, it's hot 7 to 9 a.m. And YouTube is anytime. Anything you want to add, Kyle?
Just want to emphasize definitely on Facebook on Thursday at 11 a.m. is especially when you want to boost that post. is definitely going to get exposure throughout the weekend.
Absolutely. That is absolutely the best hack you can get out of this. It's also worth noting that let's say you have the same thing you want to promote, maybe you won an award, for example, and you want to promote that across your social channels, and you had all of these channels. The way you would talk about each channel is slightly different. So, on Facebook, you may do a video and maybe a couple of stories, and photos of you holding the award. On Instagram, you may do a story and a 15-second boomerang video, or a quote saying that really inspired you to reach your greatness, for example. What do you think, Kyle, about YouTube and Twitter? How would you share that information?
Yes, definitely YouTube, and having those videos to where it's informative to people, those testimonial videos, and really expressing that content across YouTube and Twitter, having like short little Twitter chats and stuff about a question that maybe arise from one of your clients or whatever, and you're being proactive to really answer that before anybody asks it again.
Absolutely. And then that's indexed into the #1 search engine. So yes, Twitter chats are a great hack for Twitter. So just know, again, each channel has its own secret sauce, and you'll get in sync with it. But as you can see, everything is a little different for each channel, which is why you don't want to just try to be everywhere at once overnight and just schedule out a bunch of posts across all these channels. If you leave this webinar and you go set up an Instagram, set up a YouTube, set up a Twitter, set up a Facebook account, and you try to manage this overnight, you will burn out and you will not get the results you're looking for, because you're not giving the time to each channel to cultivate that. So again, that is not what we are recommending. We're saying pick your top channel, learn about what type of content is going to work best on it and what time to post, and do it because your ideal client cares about it, not because you care about it. Does that make sense, y'all? All right. Kyle, I've been waiting for this. This lead generator section is so exciting. So this is the kickoff to our next workshop, which is our Facebook ads workshop. So we're working on something really special to get you the Facebook ads information. So stay tuned for part 4, where we really talk about how to cultivate leads off of Facebook. But in the meantime, Kyle, what is the overview and process for lead generation on Facebook?
Yeah, absolutely. So Facebook can be used to generate leads and drive business to your storefront. And so this is all about picking your top product or service. But step 1, you've got to set up a dealer promotion.
Yes, it is worth noting, y'all, that the savings rate, national savings rate, is higher than the Great Depression. COVID and all of the things that have been going on in the last 24 months, it feels like, this has changed the name of the game. And so just know that while you may feel you don't need to discount your products or services previously, now people are holding on to that dollar even tighter. So the example is previous to COVID, it took anywhere from 6 to 12 touch points when somebody would first be introduced to a brand before they would reach out and take action and learn more. Now, with COVID and this increased savings rate, people are needing 12 to 16 touch points before they'll reach out and take action. So people are looking for more education online. They're more skeptical. They want to learn more on their own. They want to watch videos to self-educate, and then they will reach out to the person that they see as their guide. So you may need to set up a dealer promotion, even if you don't usually, to get people in the door, especially for a top performing Facebook ad. Thank you. All right, what's step 2?
Yes, so step 2, once you got to set up a dealer promotion to drive people into your store, go ahead and set up Facebook ads with a retargeting pixel. And what a retargeting pixel is, think about it this way. If somebody went into your website and then they went to Facebook, they are actually going to see your ad pop up on their Facebook feed.
Exactly. And so my question to you is, would it be beneficial if you could get anybody who goes to your website and then goes to Facebook to see your ads? Chances are you say, sure, I'd love them to see my ads. And what if I told you it was for no extra money than you were already spending on boosted posts and Facebook ads? It's included. Oh, really? It's included? Yes, it's included. You literally just take a little snippet of code that Facebook gives you in your Facebook Ads Manager, and then you take it, send it to your web developer, they put it in your site. It doesn't change the way it looks or feels. And now people go to your website, will see your content on Facebook. Voila. What's step 3?
So yeah, that's so cool, Crystal. And so yeah, step 3 here is setting up targeted Facebook ads. And so these are actually ads that you can target on Facebook of people who are reading content about your product or service, or they like other pages about your product or service. Whatever it is, they start seeing your ad pop up.
Absolutely. And you'll see down here, you can target Facebook ads through interests such as entertainment, hobbies, outdoor sports, family, wellness. You can target through demographics, someone's relationship status, financial status. You could target by job title, behaviors, what type of device they're using, if they're having an anniversary, what their political affiliation is, purchasing behavior. There's a lot of ways to be able to target this using a Facebook ad. So set up the process, and it's going to ask you a series of questions about what is a big win? Like, what does a success look like? And they're going to recommend the right Facebook ads for you. So just Google it for all of this, how to set up a deal promotion, how to do a Facebook ad. Google it or hire a professional. Don't not do this because you're busy. Make sure that you're taking time to set this up so that you could take your business to the next level. So Kyle, at this point, let's say somebody, set up a deal, got the Facebook pixel set up, they're running some ads. They should stop posting on their page, right?
No, not at all. You want to double down, Crystal. You want to boost and run Facebook ads. I mean, you're driving more traffic to your Facebook page and website.
I love it. So again, y'all, just do exactly what Kyle tells you to do. I mean, this is so good. Look, the reality is once you start getting leads from your ads, that is exactly when you should take a portion of that money and put it back into your boost budget. So remember, you're getting people to your lobby. You're getting people to your business lobby, which is your social media. And then from there, you keep them warm for 6 months. And when they're ready, now they see you as their guide. You've been answering questions that they care about, creating content that shows you understand what they need because you wrote it down and you followed our process. You're going through this process. So at the 6-month mark, when they're ready to take the next step, who are they going to reach out to? They're going to reach out to you. But at that point, that's when you don't want to stop boosting, because when you stop boosting, they're not going to see your posts, and all the hard work for 4 months leading up to it is lost. So please, folks, still post stories, still boost your posts and warm up your posts. Keeping your channel fresh with boosted content and stories is completely separate than running Facebook ads. Your Facebook ads do not show up on your page. So if you were just running Facebook ads and you didn't continue to boost on your page, it would look like you were completely uninvested in Facebook and you hadn't been posting on your account. Because you hadn't been posting on your account, you've been running ads. I hope that makes sense. I'm telling you, do not stop boosting when you run ads. If you don't have a marketing budget for Facebook, you shouldn't be on Facebook. If you're telling me you only got $50, $100 a month, then you can do boosted posts and stories. When you say you got $250, $350, $400, $500 a month, now I would say start running some of those targeted ads, but keep boosting. All right, Kyle, walk us through the overview. We've been talking about this 3 times over in this training, but this is the recap. Really make sure we understand what's the difference between paid and unpaid Facebook strategies.
Yes, we've been talking a lot about paid versions of boosting on Facebook, but there's actually an unpaid version that are going to help you be top of mind awareness for your clients, and that's called stories.
And it is only available on the Facebook app. You cannot get this on your desktop. You have to go to your app. All right, keep going.
Yes, so when you open up your Facebook, you'll see stories at the top of the page. And what that is, it could be videos, it could be photos of your business, however you want, but you are actually on top of the social media feed, and it's an unpaid version.
Exactly. I was going to show you, but I know how small my screen is right now. But this is where your stories are. You search bar, you first log in, these are your stories that are sitting here waiting to be viewed. So if you want to get your content viewed, first thing people see when they log in without having to pay money, post stories. All right, next one.
Yes, so Yes, postal stories, absolutely. And then the paid updates, which are the boosted posts. And so this is where you're getting in front of those audiences. Next thing is the Facebook ads, and do both of those together like we talked to, double down on boosting and running Facebook ads.
Absolutely. So at the end of the day, a top performing page is going to have stories, boosted posts, and Facebook ads for lead generation. When you run your Facebook ads, you're going to have to come up with a little bit more content than you would for regular boosted posts. So this is an example. You'll need to come up with a primary text. You'll need to decide what the link is going to be to the landing page, come up with a headline, a description, and then figure out which of these buttons you're going to use for your ad. We've already gone through what you can do to target for these, but what would you add to somebody who's maybe never done Facebook ads and is just considering, Kyle?
Definitely make it easy, meaning have the client that looks and sees your ad, make them click, make them commit to action to go to your website or donate or purchase a product. Make it easy as 1, 2, 3 for them to commit to action.
Absolutely. And mark your calendar because we're coming at you in 2 weeks. And that's going to be on March 5th at 11 a.m. And we're talking about, guess what? Facebook ads. We've got your appetite whet. Now we're going to teach you so much more. So make sure you save the date on your calendar. All right. So let's bring it home. This is our last slide here of content for you. Everything we've been talking about is how to create an online audience, right? How to create people who are raving fans for you and get them to identify with you, to get you to create content for them and to cultivate their relationship. We've talked about the first thing you need to do for all of your marketing is write down that specific client you want to duplicate, write down their specific needs. And then again, as you write those texts, as you write those posts, begin to act like you're going to text them. What would you write in a text? And using that as the filter for your social posts. And then lastly, I want you to plan out some offers and discounts, right? Be intentional. Right now, for example, we've already passed Valentine's Day, St. Patty's Day. First day of spring is coming on March 20th. That's always my favorite. You've got Mother's Day coming. We just had International Women's Day. So you can get so creative. It doesn't have to be 4th of July or back to school or Christmas, while those are excellent days and times to market. Make sure you look at, just Google social media holidays, right? April, whatever. And just pick a couple and come up with some deals and promotions that you can reward your existing clients with for them liking your page, for them working with you past. And then again, export your contacts, upload them to your custom audience and market to them exactly. All right, so that's step one. You want to understand your client. Kyle, once they understand their client, and they planned it out, how are they going to use social media to generate some leads for them?
Absolutely. So this is where we're doing social media and the paid ads. We want to boost your posts. So picking your core social channel. If that's Facebook, hitting the largest demographic area, or Instagram if you want to target people who are under 35 years old. Whatever it is, understanding where your client, which social media they're on the most. You talk the 80-20 rule, right? If 80% of your clients are on Facebook, well, put your energy into Facebook and creating great content there. And so, like we mentioned, digital ads and boosted social posts. Double down on them if your budget allows, because this will definitely drive results to your website and into your store. And so we talked a little bit about that pixel, retargeting pixel, right? Yeah. Okay, so the targeting pixel, it is where you can set that up on your website, where people enter your website and then they go to Facebook, they actually see your ads. So you set that up in Facebook Ads Manager, and you get the pixel and you take it to your website developer to set it up on your website, so you have the opportunity to send ads to those people who get on Facebook.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. So look, we know we've given you a lot of information today, and we know that you're not looking for information. You're looking for the opportunity to level up your business. You're looking for the nugget that is going to help you take action and take the next step. So I want you to just take a moment. close your eyes or whatever you got to do, but circle that one thing that you're going to commit to doing. Underline it, star it, highlight it, do something, put it on your calendar right now. Send an email to somebody and say, we're going to talk about, Facebook. I don't know. But do something right now that's going to make you commit and move forward, because I don't want you to just watch this training and leave feeling good and go, wow, that Crystal and Kyle, they're a little kooky, but they're smart. I want you to leave this training going, okay, Crystal, Kyle are kooky, but boy, this stuff works. So do it, take action. I can't emphasize enough. And if you are interested, we are, again, bringing the fourth of a 4-part series. We're going to really blow your mind with some Facebook ads, where we're really drilling down to boosted posts versus ads. We're going to walk through the custom audience, talk about lookalike audience, looking at insights and analytics, and really getting how to engage influencers through this process. So you're not going to want to miss it. Kyle, tell them how else they can benefit from this training and being able to be part of this.
Absolutely. So we've got a sweepstakes going on right now. If you go to victoriaadvocate.com, you can go to the contest page, and we're giving away $500 in digital ads.
So again, it's the entertainments tab of victoriaadvocate.com, and then it says contest, and you'll see this pop right up, and this is how you enter to win.
And so we're going to announce the winner at the end of March.
Oh, we didn't spoil them,
your chance to win $500 in digital ads, work with Crystal and I, and it's going to include 1 hour business consulting, custom graphic design, animated ads with analytics and reporting.
This is real, folks. We're spoiling a business, and I want it to be you. So make sure you enter by going to victoriaadvocate.com, click on the entertainment tab, and then click on contest. You'll see it pop right up. Or else, if you want the exact link, just email Kyle and I. You can see we have our cell phone and our emails on the screen. Please do take a screenshot. We are here to help you. So we would love to get you. We have that buyer persona document that we showcased in the beginning on how to write down, identify your ideal clients. We can email you that. We can email you the link to being able to participate in our sweepstakes. We could send you the slide deck. Anything you can imagine. We want to see you be successful. So please reach out to us. Kyle, thank you so much for being on with me. Do you know if we have any questions over there?
Yes, this was so much fun. Thank y'all all for really joining. Y'all got a nugget, didn't y'all?
I sure hope so.
Yeah, Kyle and Crystal, it's been great. I don't have any more questions in the question box, but everybody does have the ability to unmute themselves and ask you directly a question, ask you about something they saw today, or maybe you have some more tips and trends for the business they're in. We have people here today who are with Chamber of Commerce's, higher education, insurance resources, and property management. And I think you've given them some great ideas for reaching folks through Facebook.
Awesome. Well, this is your chance for free consulting. Please unmute yourself and just say, hey, my name is, and this is my business. What would you recommend for me? And I'll just pour into you. Just let us know how we can help you. I know it can be unnerving, right? Well, while we're waiting for any final questions, I just want to again emphasize, if you're looking to get seen on Facebook, you need to stop talking about what you want people to care about and start talking about what they care about. So you do that by thinking like your client. You do that by pretending you're going to text them, right? That's how you start to become a guide and a resource. So I really hope you've learned from this training. Do we have somebody who's going to ask a question? Sounds like somebody unmuted.
I don't have anybody unmuted. We've gotten some very nice comments that you and Kyle have given them new insights and some game-changing ideas, which I think is just awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, what a treat. I really appreciate each of you coming out today. Again, mark your calendar. And I am just so excited to see you on the 25th at 11 a.m. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you all.
And thank you, Jean, for your leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. And you will be receiving an email from me. It'll have the link to today's webinar that's been recorded. It will have a registration link so you can come back and join us for Facebook ads. We really appreciate you taking time out of your schedules. I know that even in this time when a lot of people are still working remotely, people have really made an effort to be here with us today, and we appreciate that. When we leave here today, you're going to get a window with a survey link. Please go ahead, take just a minute or two to finish that. Your input does really change up what our training program looks like and what we do with it. But again, we want to thank you for joining us. And as always, stay safe and have a great day. And this will conclude our webinar. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Ms. Jean.